how you doing? It's Henry. Mowers and blowers. Good morning. Cold, rainy, but today's the day. Today I take the Sketchy truck to my friend Scott over at Frank's Car Care. We're going to go and try, even with the three codes, the P-130, the P-150, which are the two upstream and downstream oxygen sensors in there, and also the P201 fuel injector cylinder number 1 circuit fault. So it does not have a check engine light. And after looking at the DTC codes inside the individual codes, it shows pass on all of them. So it could be a lot of things that I read about the O2 sensor. It could be an update from Ford to the software for the ECM, which will probably cost me $100, $150 for them to do it. Less than an hour's labor over at the Ford dealership. That'll clear the first two, 130 and 150, maybe. It could also be a gas cap issue. As you know, my gas cap is wonky. It doesn't close. But it's one of those no capless filler necks, so if it's designed that way, so it's probably not. Could be just a loose wire, loose pigtail, sheared wire, something like that, right? But I don't think it's too serious. And because the check engine light actually does not come on, maybe it'll pass inspection. We'll find out. While it's there, I'm bringing him a couple of cases of 5W20 synthetic motor oil for him to do an oil change. Also, this passenger door all of a sudden won't lock. I don't know why. The actuator moves when you lock and unlock it with the power locks, and it won't lock. So I don't know what the story is with that. I told him to check that out. So it's not insured or inspected or registered at this time. It still has the Pennsylvania plate on it, but the Frank's Car Care is across the street. So I'm gonna drive it there, drop it off, walk back. Actually, I brought my skateboard. As you can see here, the only thing on the dash is the tire pressure sensor fault. It has no check engine light, so maybe it'll pass inspection. I'm not sure. But car sounds good, so got nothing really to say about that. Okay, here's the truck. Here's my skateboard from Liquid Ice Energy Drink. Watch me kill myself on the way home. Anyway, it's over here at Frank's Car Care Monday morning. I'm like the third car here or whatever. His inspection machine is down, so we'll see what he does with it. So keep you guys updated on what happens. Hope it passes inspection. Riding a skateboard. Back to Frank's Car Care. He just called me a few minutes ago, and the conversation was like this. Henry, I said, Scott, how you doing? He's like, good. I said, how's everything going? And he's like, well, you want the good news or the bad news? And I says, give me the good news. So he said, car passed inspection, no problem. The codes apparently, because it didn't show check engine light, it passed inspection, no problem. So the codes are just there, just from scanning it, I guess. I don't know. So I have an inspection sticker. Now I can go register it and insure it tomorrow. He said, what was the other thing? Oh, he gave it an oil change. I supplied the oil. I had given him some gear oil, 7590. I don't use it, so I gave it to him. He uses it. And so I asked him what the damage was, and he's like, oh, we're even, So I haven't paid him cash in a while. I give him oil. So I'm going to go and pick up the truck now. He drove it around. He's like, this car is clean, straight, no rust, drives nice, looks great. He says this car is sound. He likes it. I said, do you want to buy it? He said, no, I don't need to buy it, but seems like a really good truck. And I says, well, what's the bad news? He says, there is no bad news. I was fucking with you. Anyway, I got the truck back. It's the next day, by the way. I was excited to get my inspection sticker, and I had to get all the forms and stuff ready for DMV. Oh, God. I got to go to DMV. You know, now they make it a lot easier. First of all, my DMV is very convenient. It's not far at all, and it's very clean and big and well organized and modern, you know. Now you got to make a reservation to go so that the place is not filled with like a million people, you know what I mean? Have you guys been to the DMV lately? Now that is a true sampling of the national population. I mean, you don't want to be there too long, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm ready to register. I insured the truck last night on my app, right? So the car is now insured. I'm going to go register and get some plates for it today. Remember what I've told you over the years about me being Chinese and having this superstition about lucky numbers and bad numbers? Well, I hope they don't give me a number 4 in any of the numbers in the license plate, because 4 means death. It's not good. Bad luck. Good luck is the number 8. So if I get a plate that has, you know, 4 in it or whatever, I'll try to ask the lady. I said, hey, look, can you give me blah, 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 8888? That would be awesome. But you know, those DMV people, you know, they're not very personable with people. I mean, once in a while you run into a nice person, but usually they're pretty mean. So I'm going to continue to clean my interior, headliner and seats and stuff. And this thing, I just can't find the charger, you know what I mean? I turned the house inside out and I can't find the charger. And I did something to the battery, I don't know. But I figured, you know what? I'll just use my drill, you know. But I have to find a way to connect this brush to the drill, you know. And it has this mechanism on it. It's like this mate. This mate fits this brush, you know, like that. So I hope this mate has like a stud that attaches on this into the motor, and then I could just screw it into my drill. So I'm just gonna take this apart and see what I can do about attaching this part to my drill, because this is busted, you know. Just can't find the charger. Took all the screws out. Huh. That's less than ideal. There's not much of a stud there. Yeah! Yeah! Awesome. That's what I wanted to do. It's a shame that I couldn't find the charger for this. This was a perfectly working thing. What are you gonna do, right? Make it work, right? Hey! I have just come out of the New York State Department of Motor Vehicles here in Dix Hills, Huntington Township. I got plates and registration and I guess it's not stolen. It was a legitimate title and everything, so I'm stoked. Car is now insured, registered, and ready to get a winch put in. Being it's the winter, I'm not getting too much, bites on tractors and stuff, so maybe I should wait until one of those companies send me a free winch. So here in the state of New York, there's a lot of sketchiness going on, a lot of stolen cars, so the cops need a lot of identifying features, such as the visible inspection sticker, up to date. This is actually the new kind, I've never seen one before. And the registration is actually a sticker. That's right, a sticker. And by the way, you all should buy my stickers. I got my Panda 8x10 sticker sheet, cooperation with HIPA, as well as my Tecumseh sticker, right? And my Mowers, Blowers, and Guns Panda sticker, right? And I think I have a few Briggs & Stratton logo stickers left. And then you'd be supporting the channel. If you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowers and blowers. And basically we just stick this sticker on the inside. That's to the right of that thing right there. Of course the door's locked. The other door that doesn't lock, which I have to look at right away, because you can't have a door that's unlocked. Anyway, just stick this sticker right over here. I want to match it up perfectly, you know what I mean? There we go. So now this is good to drive on the street. It's insured and registered with plates. I'm going to put my plates on now. I have to find the right bolts. That's always a pain. I got to tell you, because of COVID, now you got to make a reservation to go to the DMV online. Online, they also tell you the forms that you need so that you don't waste time with the information guy. You know what I mean? So, dude, I had a 10:30 appointment. I go in there. I had to fill out this tax form, which the website didn't tell me to do, but I filled it out lickety-split like in 2 minutes. And honestly, I was about to sit down and calling my number. And so I went straight to the thing, like 7 minutes with the lady, and I got plates and registration and all that stuff. It was like the most pleasant experience at the DMV. How many pleasant experiences do you have at the DMV? Almost none, but that was close to the best experience ever. And also in New York, you gotta have front plates too, so they can really keep tabs on you, you know? Found these screws, I think it'll fit. Hey, how about it? First try. Look at that. I don't care if you guys see my license plate, because you actually got to pay somebody to do a background check on these numbers. If you're in law enforcement, you have to have due process. You have to have reasonable cause, a suspicion, probable cause to run a plate. The officer punches in their number, whatever, in the computer. There has to be a reason for you to run a plate. So if you guys wanted to find out where I live, you'd have to pay to find out. If you were a cop doing it just for the hell of it, you'd get in trouble with internal affairs eventually. So that's why a lot of people, the YouTubers, whatever, they block out your license plate. You're driving on the street. The whole population can see your license plate. Why are you blocking it for? Anybody can see your license plate on the street. It's public. They're plates to display. Well, why would you want to hide it? You know what I'm saying? So what if you know my number? I don't care. Remember, I'm armed. I'm not worried. So look, KZY, kind of cool. Crazy Henry, huh? I like it. No 4s in the numbers. She didn't have a whole bunch of 8s in her drawer, so I said that's cool. 3272, easy to remember, I like it. I like it a lot. Especially like the crazy. So here we go, we're on the rear plate now. And I've got this original Pennsylvania plate from the seller. The seller was super sketchy. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this plate was stolen. They wanted me to mail it back, but I'm not going to. If they ever ask me, hey Henry, are you going to send me back that plate? I'm like, are you going to send me back $4,000 for giving me a truck that has 300,000 miles on it? No, I'm going to keep it. Any of you guys can run plates? Run that for me, will you? Let me know if it's stolen and what the story is. I wanted to put a chrome license plate frame. The only one I had was my Mercedes-Benz of Huntington dealership one. You know, it's chrome. It's a plate, frame. I'd rather have a frame than no frame. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Yeah, I know. So, yeah, this is gonna be good. I hope these bolts fit. Come on, man. Ah, you get it in the threads. You gotta get it in the threads. Sometimes you try to stick it in the hole and don't fit. I've never personally had that problem, but mine always fits. Hey! That's good. That's strong enough for a license plate. That's on there, man. That's never coming off. Well, unless you had the impact. But how about it, guys? This is the last step in making this truck legal for the street. I love it. Okay, time to get to work on removing this door panel. So I don't think it's the electrical harness over there, because when you lock it and unlock it, look here, unlocked, you can hear it, the actuator moves. When you lock it, the actuator works and pulls that thing down. However, if you look at it this way, right here, when you close the door, this thing goes down and that clip comes down. When you unlock it or pull this handle, oh, it does do that, but why doesn't it lock though? So if you lock it, you can still open it from this side. See, it's locked, right? And you pull the handle. Huh, wait a minute, don't go nuts. All right, it's locked. See, you can open the door again. I don't know why that is. Why can you open the door? Anyway, I gotta take this apart and see. Pick. Comes off. 5/16. I already removed the other two on the bottom. I mean, I don't know what it is. I gotta figure it out though. You know, you gotta be able to lock this door. The van was another story, but people might try to jack this up, you know? On YouTube, it looks much easier. I take this module off, disconnect the two pigtails. In here was hiding another bolt. I don't recall doing that on the other one. Maybe it's missing. Shit. And this has that brake cable looking thing. Do some studying on this. That feels a little free. It feels really easy to do, like it's not really connected to something else. So this is locked. So I've been messing with this a little bit. This thing here, it's just like loose, like it's attached, but it doesn't do anything. Like you don't feel like it's really touching anything. So I have a feeling that something just broke off of it. I mean, other than it being in the bracket, it's just like loose on there. It doesn't grip onto anything. You guys know what I'm talking about? So it like doesn't grip it and lock anything, you know? That's what I feel like it's doing. It's just loose like that. My other hand is in there, just pushing it up and down like that, and it's like free rolling, you know? Even when you pull the handle, you don't feel anything there either. So I feel like I need to remove the actuator from in here and try to get it out of this hole. I have to disconnect the rod that goes to the handle on the outside, and there's some kind of a thing that attaches to it. I think I might be able to do it. And also there are 3 screws here, see, that loosen the actuator from the door. I'm a little scared to do it, I'll be honest, but for me to try to figure this out, I mean, look. It doesn't do anything, so I think this is the culprit of why it's not locking. I mean, the door opens and closes from the inside and the outside, but you got to be able to lock it, you know what I mean? I don't really know too much about these locks, but I'm gonna have to just take the actuator out. Maybe I can fix it, maybe I have to buy a new one, but either way, it's got to come out. Why can't everything be easy? It's just the nature of Murphy's Law. I was able to get 2 out, and they turned out to be Torx. And this one is stripped. It's on there so tight, it's stripped, dude. So I can't get it out. So I might have to get a Dremel to do a slot in there and try to get it out with an impact with a flathead. Super sketchy. But that's me, Sketchy. That's not gonna work. Yep, that's not gonna work. Might as well just drill this whole thing out. Well, maybe that'll work actually. We'll try it. Wow! It worked! Holy cow, that's a new one, man. I have to replace that, but look, see? I cut a slot in there, and with the impact on adapter to from 3/8 to 1/4 to a bit, and a slot that I just made. It worked! How about it? I love it! I had doubts, for sure. Okay, now the actuator is loose, but it's also connected to this handle here. There's a little yellow thing that looks like you can disengage it, but you can't even see it, you know? I took that little yellow clip that attaches to the door handle. The handle rod is just sticking down. Like this in Canada, down. This comes off. Remind me to put that back. Possible to get this out? Or?
So is that your new fire engine?
Oh no!
We come bearing great gifts.
Okay, fellas, I got it out. This is the actuator. So look, for a second, I thought, because you know this is the rod that you pull from the top, right, to open the door. Look, there's a hole here where it looks like another rod goes, but I don't know where it connects to. And also, as I was doing that, look, see that thing there? There's a thing loose in there. Thing right there inside. So there's something loose in there. I think I have to take this whole thing apart. So this is the clip that attaches to the door handle. So this goes, you know, up and down to open the thing, I guess. And this is to lock it. And it has a thing that goes there. I don't know if I'm missing a rod somewhere else, or in there. There's a thing in there that's loose. So I have to open this up and see. So I've been trying to get this cover off and I'm not having any good luck, and I broke this and broke these tabs, and it doesn't seem like the top wants to come off, you know. I've tried, but I just can't seem to get it off without breaking it further. I think I'm just going to buy a new actuator. I don't think these are too expensive. So I'm going to just buy a new actuator, but I have to put this back in for the time being because otherwise my door won't close and latch. See, there's no latch. So I have to put this back in at least, just so I had a little latch, you know. Oh, what a headache. All right, so I put that thing back in there, and it is attached to the handle. So now I can just close the door, and I can still open it just as before, but I just need to get a new actuator. I did all that so I would know that it's the actuator. So now I know what it looks like. I can order it, get it in the mail in a few days, put it in, and it should be good. So that's my video for today. Finally getting this car registered, insured, and inspected, and this car is ready to go. But I really can't go anywhere that I need to leave the car anywhere, because this right front door does not lock. And it's even more hinkier now that I've taken the actuator out and broke it. It was broken already, but it's even more broken now, trust me. But they're not expensive. I know I'll be buying the cheap aftermarket kind. Just only like 30 bucks, something like that, you know. So I'll order it. When it comes, we'll have another video on how to change out the actuator of your F-150. But pretty stoked. Got my plates registered, insured, inspected. That's a big deal, especially since how sketchy was. I think I'm gonna call my truck Sketchy. Everything that I look at is sketchy, so I'm worried that it won't pass inspection. You won't be able to register it because it's stolen, you know, stuff like that. But everything seemed like it's going my way. This thing's legal now and on the street, you know, and ready to go. I think I might be getting a train horn coming soon, you know, that. I've heard bad reviews about these things because they get rusty if you put it in a certain place, or the compressor tank blows or leaks air and it doesn't work or something like that. I ordered a cheap tonneau cover. Those things are like $1,000. So I bought one that's like the roll-up kind, you know, with Velcro on the side. I'm just gonna try it. It was like 120 bucks. I ordered a backup camera for the license plate, connects to the radio. Seat covers. I need seat covers because I can't get the paint off the seats, you know. So just for the fronts, I got some nice seat covers. And I got floor mats from the old car, so I just throw them in there. I'm not going to spend too much money on it now because I want to drive it for a few months first to see the condition of the engine, you know, because I'm still a little skeptical on the engine condition. I mean, it seems fine to me, but 300,000 miles, maybe rebuild engine, I don't know. But I just don't want to spend too much money on it yet. Not getting it totally hooked up yet, you know. So we'll see what happens. Thanks a lot for joining me. Stay tuned for the actuator replacement video, and we'll have all kinds of new parts coming, including a gas cap assembly. The thing that's not the spring-loaded gas door.
that whole thing I bought. I'm going to try to put that in when it comes. A lot of stuff should be... Oh, and also, Scott over at Frank's Car Care told me that I need new brake pads. They're all low, like an eighth left, so I can still drive it around, but I ordered new brake pads, so we'll see what happens there. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
It's not unusual to be mad with anyone.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.